One of the hardest things in Counter-Strike 2 to understand is when to crouch inside of this game. Starting off with the easy part of talking about when it's bad to crouch, because a lot of us really don't understand how to differentiate. When we have any of these mid-tier weapons, when we have like a MAC-10, an MP9, MP7, all these different things, you need to understand that crouching with these guns is generally bad. This is going to be because by design, they are supposed to be run and gun weapons where you can be super versatile, you can jump around, you can go crazy with them. And if you're sitting there and crouching, you're kind of defeating the purpose of that, and you're becoming a really easy target to hit. I see a lot of players having a lot of deaths like this. I think if you review your own demos, you're going to see a lot of that inside of your gameplay, and ultimately it is just not that good. Now, also, when you have pistols like a Glock is a very versatile weapon in that sense too, where you should be jumping around going crazy with it. And when you're sitting there, you're just crouching and holding angles like this, it's not very effective. We'll get into some examples later when we can implement a crouch or two here or there, and it makes sense. But for now, just understand that with most pistols other than the Deagle, because the Deagle is a little special where it's like kind of like a long-range sniper in that sense where you can just headshot people. Other than the Deagle, you don't really want to crouch with the pistols either. It is generally going to be harmful for you as it kills your momentum, kills your movement speed, and makes you a much easier target to hit. I'm going to teach you when you should be crouching, but first I've got to teach you how to get some insane looking skins like this MAC-10 gold brick here.
Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description.
With guns like AKs, it used to be something that we were told where it's like, guys, don't crouch ever. Crouching's awful. But what you have to realize in CS2, crouching is beautiful when it comes to rifling. Now, you have to understand how to do it properly. That's the catch. With the rifle, like an AK-47, what we're going to do is when we peek an angle and we spot a target, right? Say we spot a bot that is standing right here, right? So our target holding CT. What we're going to do is we're going to instinctively hit our crouch button after we're peeking with D. So we're peeking with D. We are going to hit A and then hold crouch. Hit A and crouch. Boom. See that? And we are going to implement a little bit of a donk slide here. Same thing on a peek like this. We are going to slide out as soon as we spot somebody. This is going to be a good, sharp, diagonal movement that is going to throw off the crosshair of the opponent and make it so that you are very versatile. A lot of people don't understand that when you're crouching in this game, you are 100% accurate. If you see, if we're not crouching, we're just praying that one of our bullets hit, right? But if we're crouching, say to the right here, if I'm missing any shots, it's because of my spray control. It's because my aim just is bad or something. You're 100% accurate when you're spraying, essentially. Like you're not gonna lose out on any sort of accuracy when you commit to a spray like that. And you get that little movement bonus. So that is really effective. If we hop over here to CT side, I told you that every now and then it's actually okay to crouch at the USP. What a lot of players are going to do is on super long range angles, which honestly here on Inferno, we're kind of lacking with that. Every now and then you could sit there and actually play a long range fight like this, because if you get gushed by a Glock, you can just get out of there pretty effectively. And when you're crouching, you're kind of just really accurate with it. Maps like Inferno are bad about it, but Dust 2, Mirage, there is like some of these long range fights that are actually really cheeky and really effective if you commit to a crouch. I think Library could be a good example of that. You could like play up on an angle like this and just crouch and get ready. Just visualize, boom, tap, tap. And then when you need to, you fall back. Other than that, when you're in a pistol fight, you might be doing like AD. So you might be like in an open fight like this, fighting someone here. You can go AD as much as you want, and that's good. Some pro players will throw in like a crouch to kind of bob up and down. You know, you go like boom, doing it in real life a little bit. That actually can be pretty sick. You can get caught off though if you do it too much. You get just like a cooldown and you're crouching, and that can be devastating. As if that happens, you're dead, right? Like because you're just so slow at that point. You can mess around, throw that in here and there, and see if that's effective for you by any means. Another really good moment to crouch inside this game is when you're on a slope. When you're on a slope, you can do this kind of like whack-a-mole peek, I call it, where you pop up real quick, you shoot, and then you pop up in another location. That makes a lot of sense when it comes to crouching like that. So don't be afraid to try that one out. That's pretty sick. It's pretty effective. Remember, with SMGs, stuff like that, it's not good. Also, make sure when you are doing these things with the rifle, with anything, you are never crouching and not moving. That is 100% one of the biggest mistakes that new players are making in this game. Is they're like, well, CoJo, I always die when I crouch, because you're not doing it right. It's not because your enemies have bad crosshair placement, because you're just unlucky. No, you're just not moving. I see people time and time saying like, how do you stay alive? Your aim's horrible, blah, blah, blah stuff, but you stay alive all the time. Well, because I'm able to actually move and crouch at the same time and do all these things. I'm very elusive. Newer players, when they're doing this, they go Oh, that guy's cheating. He's so good. How does he kill me? Oh, you did this and didn't move. And it becomes really obvious when you demo review and see that, which, by the way, if you guys are looking for personalized coaching, I do offer that down below. Check out my website. I have lots of good stuff on there. I'd love to individually coach you, duo coach, team coach you. I'm so comfortable working with players of all different levels, so please hit me up. In the meantime, stay tuned for some banger uploads, subscribe to the channel, and check out my daily streams over on twitch.tv/CoJoMo. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.